Welcome you guys, core 30 plus flow, and we've got H-line here with me again. So let's get to our mats. We're going to start with a lateral shuffle and a push-up. So I'll show you how that goes once I get the timer started. All right, so start at the top end of your mat, and we're going to take a lateral shuffle to the back end. And then step it back into plank for your push-up, full or modified, nice form. Step it back up, and then we're gonna shuffle it back. Here we go again, step it back. Another nice push-up, excellent form. Step it back and shuffle it to the back. Again, plank, push-up, step it back up, and shuffle. Okay, done with our first set. We've got 3 more just like that. So we'll go in a second here. All right, step it back, plank, push up, come back up, and shuffle it back. Same thing at the back of your mat. If you're noticing your form deteriorating with that push-up, then just drop to your knees. Keep the ears, shoulders, hips, nice alignment for that push-up, and take a break here. All right, we've got 2 more sets. Okay, here we go. 3rd set, step it back, drop it down in that push-up. Come on up and shuffle. We're halfway. No chicken pecking with the push-up. Lead with the chest, not the forehead. And we're done with that set. We've got 1 more. I know it's a little rough starting with this one. We're getting it over with. Here we go, last set. Push up, shuffle it back, and push up. We are over halfway. Last 5 seconds. We'll call it good there. All right, come on down to your backside. Extend the legs straight up, interlace the hands behind the head. Lift the shoulders and head up. And then keep this crunch, this hold, as you scissor kick one leg down, pull back up, and then the other leg. We've got 10 more seconds, keeping it slow and controlled. Nice work, hug the knees in. Take a little left to right rock, a little lower back massage. Second set, extend the legs up, lift the head, keep the head up, scissor kick the legs nice and slow. Maybe crunch up a little bit further. We've got 15 seconds left. 5 seconds. Hug the knees in. Adding in that little rock left to right again. And 3rd set, here we go. Lift the head, the shoulder girdle, scissor kick the legs. Got 15 seconds left. Hang in there. Hug the knees, release the head. We get to do that one more time. Last set, here we go. You with me, Amy?
Oh yeah.
All right, keep going, you guys. We've got 10 seconds left. All right, hug the knees in, take a break. And come on up. Come to the top of your mat, step that right leg back. We're gonna drop the knee pretty close down to the floor, reach the arms out wide, twist one way, and then bring it back, twist the other way. Good. Back and forth, nice and slow. We've got 10 seconds here. Good. Take a rest, step it back to the top of your mat, shake the legs out. Okay, left leg back this time. Drop that left knee pretty low to the ground, reach the arms out, twist one way, and then back the other way. 10 more seconds. Okay, nicely done. Step it back to the top of your mat. And again, shake it out. We're gonna go back to that right leg. Okay, step a right leg back, right knee down low, arms out, and twist. Got 15 seconds. If you did core class on Tuesday, I know your legs have an extra burn to them. Mine do. 3 seconds. Okay, step it up, shake it out. One last time. Or if you went on a mountain bike ride, I'm sure yours are burning as well. Step that left leg back, drop the knee down, arms out, and twist. 15 seconds. Last 5. All right, come on up. Okay, the good news is that we're done with that one, but we do have a squat jump coming. So come to the back of your mat. We're going to combo a squat jump with alternating forward lunges. So everybody drop down, hop it up, and then step 1 foot forward lunge, bring it back. Other foot forward lunge and back. Squat jump, drop and pop, and then forward lunge. Doesn't matter which foot you start with. For those lunges, alternate them so that you're not always starting with the same one. As you press back out of those forward lunges, remember to drive through the heel to push yourself back. And break. I think I'm off a little bit on our interval. I'll get you guys back on track. Okay, we're going to have a little extra rest, which this isn't a bad exercise to get that extra rest in. Okay, so 10 more seconds, and then we'll get into our last set of these. So bonus for you guys, 3 instead of 4. Here we go with our third one. So drop it down, pop it up, step it forward, drive back through that heel. 15 seconds. And rest. Okay. We still do have one. It's the moon. Amy's gonna talk about the moon and why I'm all out of sync here. Okay, last set, here we go. Halfway. 10 seconds. And done. Whew, okay, so we have got plank. So here we go, hands below the shoulders. We're gonna tap the knees down and pull back up. Tap and lift. Awesome. 15 seconds. Last 5. All right, take a rest, maybe find child's pose, maybe grab a drink of water. Same thing, 3 more times. Okay, here we go. Hands below the shoulders, tap the knees, and lift. If you want to play around with it, you can change the distance of your feet, maybe go wide. If you go narrow, you're decreasing your foundation, and kind of hitting the core at a little higher level. All right, child's pose. 2 more times. Here's our 3rd set. Rise on up. Find where you want your feet. Tap the knees down and lift. 15 seconds more. Five seconds. And rest. All right. Right. Everybody's feeling it. We're all in the same boat. Promise you. Go one last time. Here we go. "15 seconds. Once we're done here, we're going to stay down for some bird dog crunches. 5 more seconds. All right, take it back. Child's pose just for a moment. Rise up to all 4s. Bird dog crunches. Right leg back and left foot, left arm extended. Crunch elbow to knee, extend and crunch. 15 seconds left. Last 5 seconds. Good, take a rest. We'll do the other side, opposite leg and arm, left leg, right arm. Come back to all 4s, and here we go. Extend, and then crunch. So these first 2 sets may not have felt like much. I will give you a progression for the next 2 sets if you'd like to take it up a notch. We've got 5 more seconds. Okay, nicely done. Okay, so for the next 2 sets, where we can take it up to is a knee hover. You might want to take the feet a little wider apart and then reach out, extend, crunch, and extend. Instantly you'll know it's progression. 10 seconds. Almost there. Done. All right. So last set. Again, your choice if you want to take it up to that knee hover on the other side. Here we go. Extend, tuck. 15 seconds. Five seconds. Good. All right. Oh, come on up. Calf raises. Feet hip distance apart. Let's just hang the arms for this first one, okay? Keeping it simple. Rise up to the balls of your feet. Pause, hold, and lower down. Nice, slow and controlled with these calf raises. You can keep the gaze down low to start. As you feel more comfortable, then you can take the gaze out to the horizon or up to the ceiling. Okay, shake it out. Second set, let's take the heels together, toes angled out, and rise and lower down. 15 seconds. And 5 seconds. All right. Shake it out, maybe roll the ankles a little bit. Third set, here we go. Let's do big toes together. Heels go wide this time. Rise on up and lower it down. Halfway. 5 seconds. Good. Last one, let's go wide. So, last set, rise on up to the balls of your feet and then lower down. Got 10 seconds. And break. Shake it out a little bit. Wiggle those ankles around. We're gonna stay up on our mats. Take that wide stance again, toes angle out. We're gonna drop down into goddess. Take the arms out to cactus. We're going to press the forearms together. We're going to rise up, straighten out the legs, and then drop back down. Open to cactus, press, rise on up, and down. Open it up, close it down, rise on up, and break. And shake the legs out. We're going to go right back in. So goddess, cactus, press, rise up, and then settle it back down. When you come down, make sure that tailbone is tucked, core is zipped up. Got 10 seconds. Take a break here. Good. As long as we are all sore in a good, happy way, that brings us a little bit of joy, not the bad soreness. 15 more seconds here in this third set. Last 3. Nicely done. Okay, shake it out. One last time. You guys will get a full weekend to recover the legs. Here we go, last set. Once we've finished here, we'll have arrived at our last exercise, which will be bicycles. 5 seconds, which I hope we all like to ride. Yeah. Okay, shake it out. Come down to your mat, onto your backside, hug the legs in for just a moment. And then lift the head, shoulder girdle, interlace the hands behind, extend one leg, bring opposite elbow to knee, and switch. 10 seconds. Okay, 1 down, 3 to go. Hug the knees in. If you were pedaling forward on that first set, let's reverse it on this second set. As you switch, think about pulling the leg back towards you. 15 seconds. Final 3 seconds. Hug the knees in. Third set, crunch it up, opposite elbow to knee. Being mindful that the movement is happening at the core, a rotational twist versus just a cranking of the neck. Last 5 seconds. Hug the knees in. Okay, we're right close, near to the finish line. Let's go and get it done with our final set here of bicycles. Halfway. Final 5. Hug the knees. Awesome, awesome job, you guys. Take that rock left to right, keep the hips heavy to your mat. Come center, hug just that right knee and extend the left leg out to the floor. And we'll take a lion twist. Take that right knee across, right arm out, palm up. Gaze can go over to that right hand. Soften into the right shoulder. And release the breath into the lower back. Bring it all back center, hugging both knees in. And then release the right leg out to the floor. Hug that left knee in and cross it over. Left arm out. Melt open the left shoulder. And come back center, hug the knees in again. We'll take some rolls like a ball. So roll up, hover on the sits bones, round the back, roll back to the shoulder blades, come back up and hover. Back and forth a couple times, making sure you've got that nice rounded back, giving the spine a massage. And then when you're ready, roll up, cross at the ankles, and find your way back to a child's pose, where the knees go wide, big toes touch. And we're going to pass it over to Amy to start our flow here, start our superpowers. On.
Thanks, Jolie. So actually, we're going to come up for a second. We'll come up to sit on your knees, and I'll introduce the theme and kind of this flow that we're going into here. So we're posing the question, what is your superpower? And I don't know about any of you guys last night, if you saw the moon, but it's the last super moon of 2020, the flower moon, and it's just so beautiful, the energy of this moon. So I loved Jolie's idea last week when she proposed it, and then this morning I was like, oh my God, it's the super moon! So as we move through this flow, we're just inviting you to think of what is your superpower, like what is the quality, what is something about you that you do so well, right? Maybe that's loving kindness, maybe it's patience, you know, whatever that is, humor, like through the chaos, laugh sometimes, right? I've identified mine, I think resilience for some. A lot's been happening, you know, for all of us, but I think resilience and just really being able to dig deep and find the strength and the good in things, right? So what is your superpower is what we're inviting you to consider during this flow. If you're not sure, call on the energy of the moon. I'll offer a little reading at the end and then put you guys in a nice cozy little restorative to finish, and I'll read a little bit more about this, but the big ones for the moon, it's all about surrender and asking, call on the energy, death, rebirth, and transformation. So it's a really exciting, powerful time to just really tap into that energy and look at what in your life is time to get rid of, and what are you ready to bring in, just that real transformation. So we'll flow from there.
Okay.
So let's just take a minute though, actually, and let's connect. So maybe that's big for you, and you're like, I have no idea. So let's just take a moment, bring your hands, actually bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. Connecting with your heart center, your emotional, that's where all the love lives, right? So bring some attention there, to the belly, to the intuition and the wisdom. And let's just start by taking a few deep breaths. So nice deep breath, inhale in. All the way to the top of the collarbones. Hold, and then exhale. Emptying out the belly, the lungs and the belly. Drawing the belly button in towards the spine. And then repeating one more time. So nice deep inhale. And just connecting to your breath, to your center, to your superpower. And then exhaling it. Awesome. And then you can bring your hands down. We're actually going to drop into that child's pose to begin. So just kind of having your knees spaced forward, actually not too wide, because we'll do a little flow here. So child's pose, arms are extended, chin to the chest. And on your next inhale, you're going to rise all the way up onto your knees, arms extend up above your head, palms touch, looking up. And then exhale as you open up to your right hand drops behind you, looking up past your right fingertips, a little twist. And inhale, the arms rise, palms touch. Switching sides, so exhale, left hand drops, looking over the left fingertips. And inhale, arms rise, palms touch. Nice breath. And then exhale, hands to the mat. We'll come into tabletop. Next, inhale, drop the belly, looking up, the cow. And then exhale, tuck the chin to the chest, round the spine. One more time, so inhale. And exhale, rounding the spine. Then inhale, the right arm rises. And exhale, threading it under the left armpit, right shoulder to the mat, right cheek to the mat. Little twist. Next inhale brings you back up. Bringing your right foot out to the side. Awesome. Inhale, the arms rise up. And then exhale, right hand comes down to the right leg. Little side body stretch. So left arm reaching. And inhale, arms come back up, palms touch. Hands come down, and then exhale, bring the foot back to meet the right, and dropping into your child's pose. Going inward, checking in, what's coming up for you for that superpower. Honoring it, honoring your gifts, your strengths. And then we'll inhale, coming all the way up, just like that. And then exhale, dropping the right hand back, looking over the right fingertips. Inhale, arms rise, palms touch. Exhale, looking over the left fingertips. Inhale, nice and strong, palms touch, beautiful. And then exhale, hands to the mat, moving through cat and cow again. So inhale as you look up, belly drops. Exhale, tucking the chin to the chest, rounding the spine. One more time, inhale, looking up, belly drops. Exhale, round the spine, tuck the chin to the chest. Then inhale, that left arm rises. And exhale, bringing it under the right armpit. Thread the needle. And making sure that your hips are staying square to the front of the room. But sinking into the pose, how it feels good to you, listening to your body. Then your next inhale, coming back up, hands to the mat. Bringing your left foot out to the side. Next inhale, arms rise, palms touch. And then exhale, the left hand comes down. Perfect. Side body stretch on that right side. Breathing into that any tightness. And then inhale, the arms rise. Hands come back down to the mat. Bring your foot to meet the, there you go. And then drop back into child's pose and rest. Head to forehead to the mat. On your next inhale, you're going to come into downward facing dog. Pressing up. Excuse me. Hands are shoulder width apart, feet are hip width apart, and maybe bring some movement into that downward facing dog. Just kind of thinking about the moon, right? How it controls the tides, controls water. Our bodies are, what are we, 95% water? So being fluid, right? And just allowing for movement, allowing for letting go of what's not serving you, allowing for what's wanting to emerge, come into your life. So getting rid of that staticness and moving. Beautiful. And then on your next inhale, your right leg rises up high in the sky. And then exhale, bringing it to the inside of your right hand, dropping your left knee. And then your inhale is going to bring you up. We'll go with that cactus theme. So exhale on your arms, cactus, beautiful, sinking to the hips. And then inhale as you rise up, palms touch, perfect. And bring some movement into this, moving with the breath. Exhale, dropping into the hips, cactus the arms. And then inhale, coming back up. And exhale, sinking down, cactus, beautiful. Inhale, those arms come back up. And exhale, the left hand to the mat, right arm goes high. And you can bring it behind you if you want a little more opening. You can come up onto that, extend the back foot if that feels good, and open your arm. So you really get that heart opener, whatever feels good. And then we'll bring the right hand back down on the exhale, and walking your hands over to the left side, for Skandasana, and straightening your right leg, perfect. And then the next inhale, you rise, coming over to the other side, straightening the left leg. And then we'll just do a little pivot, hands to the top, and step that right foot back, and we'll come into downward facing dog. Once again, bring some movement into your dog. Think of the fluidity, think of releasing, think of inviting the good, what's ready to rebirth, right? Let go of what's not serving you. Tap into that superpower. And then on your next inhale, the left leg rises. And exhale, bringing it to the top of the mat, drop the knee. Next inhale, the arms rise. We'll do the same thing, connecting breath with movement. So exhale, cactus the arms, sink into the hip. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dropping down. Opening up the heart, opening up, like calling on the energy of the moon. Inhale, rise. Exhale, dropping down. Beautiful. Fluid like the moon. Inhale. And then exhale, the right hand to the mat. Left arm extends to the sky. Same thing, kind of find that sweet spot. Breathing into any tension in your body. Releasing that. And then we'll do a little Skandasana one more time. So on your next inhale coming up, straightening that left leg, dropping over the right, perfect. Inhale, the other side, straightening the right. And then we'll do a little pivot, hands to the top of the mat. And coming into downward facing dog. And I'll pass the baton to Joey.
Awesome. All right, let me tap into my superpower here. Guys. Inhale, look to your hands. On your exhale, step, walk, or hop it forward, forward fold. Feet hip distance apart. Grab a hold of the elbows, ragdoll. Sway side to side, tuck the chin. Release anything that isn't worthy of your superpowers that get in the way of you being that super person. Release the elbows, hands to the shins. Inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, fold back down, bring the big toes to touch a little space between the heels. And on your inhale, chair pose. Pausing here, softening the shoulders, tuck the tail a little. Look down, lift those toes, bring a little air between them, set them back down, pull the shins back. And then take that right leg, step it back, crescent lunge. Keep the back heel lifted, keep the shoulders soft, keep gaze up, back leg long and strong. And we're going to swing that left arm back behind us in a twist. Be pressing back through that left or right heel. Find the breath in and out through the nose. On your next inhale, we move back into chair pose at the top of our mat. Big toes touch. Settle back down into the hips for just a moment. And then step that left leg back. Finding crescent lunge. Making any little adjustments that you need to. Swing that right arm back. Twist, pause and hold. Dropping in here. Inhale back into chair. Then move back to crescent lunge. I know I'm killing your legs today. But send some of you that superpower that you have down into those quads. Step that right leg back. Swing that left arm back behind you for just a moment. Inhale, reach back up. On your exhale, Shiva squat. Fingertips down, right leg goes back behind the left. Bring it back to crescent lunge. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Step it up to the top of your mat. And pause here, Samastiki. Close down the eyes. Lift the toes, spread them out. Place them back down with a little bit of a grip to light up the arches. Soften the glutes. And then throw those roots down and rise up through the crown of the head. Feel your strength through the soles of the feet. Find that length rising up through the crown of the head. Strength from the soles to the crown, from the crown to the soles. Open the eyes back up, bring the big toes back to touch. Dropping right back into chair pose. Again, you've got the entire weekend to say thanks to me. Take that left leg back. Let's grow in strength together. Take that right arm back. Pause just for a moment. Inhale, reach back up. On your exhale, Shiva squat, other side, left leg back behind the right. Bring it back up, crescent lunge. Inhale here. On your exhale, hands to heart center. Step it back to the top of your mat. Awesome. All right, big toes touch. Inhale, chair pose. Let your exhale be nice and big. Sigh it out here. Inhale, crescent lunge, right leg back. Reach the arms up. Exhale, twist left arm back. Inhale, reach it back up. On your exhale, Shiva squat. Pause here for just a moment so I can tell you what's coming at you. We're going to move into half moon pose. So left fingertips, move them out a little bit. Lift that right leg, open the hip, reach the right arm up. Flexing the right foot, toes point to the side. Extend powerfully out from your powerhouse. Now bring that right hand down, square the hips off, flex, keep flexing the right foot, toes point down. Now lengthen out through the spine, reach that left arm up in a twist. Left fingertips come down, crescent lunge, On your inhale, exhale, left arm back behind you. Inhale, reach it back up, coming back to the top of your mat. Exhale, hands to heart center, Samasthiti. Close the eyes back down. Pausing here, resetting. Gently press thumbs to sternum, making that touch point, the touch point to your superpower. Always there to tap into. Open the eyes, big toes touch. Inhale, chair pose. On your exhale, you get a nice big sigh, open the mouth. Inhale, find crescent lunge, left leg back. On your exhale, right arm swings back. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, Shiva squat. And then inhale, half moon pose. Left hip opens. Flex the toes, they point to the side. Left fingertips down, square off the hips, toes point down. Take that twist, right arm reaches up, lengthen out through the crown of the head. Right fingertips down. Inhale, crescent lunge. And on your exhale, step it back to the top of your mat. Hands to heart center. Nice big sigh out the mouth. Nice work, you guys. Bring the big toes back to touch. Inhale, drop into chair pose. Last one, I promise. Exhale, fingertips down. We're going to slide that left leg back behind and come on down to a seat. All right. We're going to attach breath and movement here. So to start, just take a little twist, inhale to the right. And on your exhale, we're going to untwist, left hand down, lift the hips up. Good. Inhale, back into that gentle twist right. And exhale, then lift the hips up, reach overhead. Inhale again, twist. And exhale, lift the hips. Good. Come back down. This time, we'll spend a little more time in that twist. So making sure the right hip stays down. Adjust the right foot so that you can maintain pressure in that right big toe. Okay. Then take the right fingertips behind you. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, twist from the belly button and above. Hook or hug that right knee with that right shoulder. Now with the inhale, see if you can find a taller seat. Exhale, deepen into the twist. Undo that twist. Take a little counter twist, a little dip to the right. Come back up, fingertips behind you, lean back, undo the feet. Take an inhale, a little hug to the left. And on your exhale, lift the hips and reach to the right. Come back down, inhale, little twist. Exhale, hip lift. Inhale, twist. Last exhale, hip lift here. And then we go deep into the twist. Left fingertips behind you. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, twist. And undo, dip to the right. Come on up. Undo the legs. I'm gonna pass it over to you.
All right, so we'll wind it down, and I'm actually going to have y'all come up into downward facing dog. So go ahead and find your dog, find your breath, find your center. And on your next inhale, the right leg rises. And then on your exhale, bending your knee, bringing it to your left elbow. On the inhale, right leg rises. And on the exhale, bringing your knee to your chin. On the inhale, right leg rises. And exhale, bringing it to the right elbow. We're going to tap back into that core, into your center. Nice and strong. Inhale, the right leg rises. And then you can open up your hip. And just kind of maybe give some hip circles if that feels good. Again, bringing movement, fluidity in those joints. Releasing tension. And then exhaling on your exhale, bring your right foot to meet your left. Switching sides, so right leg rises on the inhale. And then exhale, left knee to right elbow, engaging that core. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, knee to chin and chest. Inhale, left leg rises. And then exhale, bringing it to the left elbow. Inhale, rise. Same thing, open up here. Open up the hip. If that feels good, you can just keep it static, but if you'd like a little bit of movement, kind of get some hip circles. Loosening up the joints, fluidity. And then on your next exhale, dropping that left foot to meet the right. And we'll just take a few deep breaths here and really drop into that dog. Nice deep inhales all the way up to the collarbones. Engaging the core, bringing the belly button in towards the spine. And then inhale, the left leg rises. And then exhale, we're going to come into pigeon so that your knee is going to come into the center between your hands. And then really making sure that those hips are squared to the top of your mat. Either staying here, if that feels good, kind of finding that edge. But if you're wanting to drop in, and you can also play with your foot, your left foot, right? Maybe if it's closer to your body, you're not going to feel it as much in your hip. But kind of play with that and find that sweet spot where you kind of feel it, right? But it's not too much, not too little. So inhale. And if it feels good for you, you can drop your pigeon, a little sweeping pigeon, bringing your hands down, or your head down to your hands. Finding wherever that feels good for you to drop into. We store a lot of emotions in the hips. So this is a really good time with this whole idea with the energy of the moon, of the releasing, the surrendering, rebirth, you know, death and transformation. It's really good to get into those hips and get the, you know, those emotions just to be able to release. So we're really breathing into that, being gentle with yourself. If any emotions are coming up, just letting it go. Connecting to that breath, connecting to your center, your superpower, your strength. I love what Jolie said about helping each other build that strength. And on your next inhale, you're going to just gently press your hands back, up, bringing your upper body up. And then tuck your back toe, and we'll come into downward facing dog. Maybe bring that left leg up. I'm doing kind of the same thing, opening up the hip. And if you're really feeling it in there, just kind of giving mobility and movement to that joint. Really be able to release. And then dropping that left foot to meet the right. And then we will switch sides. So right leg rises, and then on the exhale, bringing it to the center, your knee to the, or I guess it's gonna be closer to your right hand. Same thing, then squaring the hips to the front of the mat, making sure that left leg is straight behind you, inhaling. And finding your sweet spot wherever that is. You want to stay upright? Great. If it feels good to go down, drop into that space that lets you rest in this pose. Playing with the angle of your right foot, finding that edge. And just letting it go. Letting whatever worries and stress and any negativity that you need to release, just letting that go. Breathing into it. And then on your next inhale, you're going to press your hands back up, bring your body upright, tuck the back toes, and then bring that right leg back up high to the sky, open it up, making little circles with the knee if your hip is needing a little more TLC. And then dropping your right foot to meet the left. And then we'll just come down to the knees and slide back into child's pose. How about knees nice and open and wide, extending the arms, dropping the chin to the mat, and breathing here. Once again, just bringing that breath all the way up to the collarbones, and then releasing, emptying. And on your next inhale, you're going to come back up, and we will come into, actually, let's go down to our backs. I just noticed we're running out of time. So we'll just do one nice little restful pose. So come on down to your backs. And actually, we'll just start by bringing the knees into the chest. Give yourself a big hug and honor your superpower. Honor you for a minute. Just give yourself like an ocean of love. And then from here, drop that right foot down onto the mat, and then the left ankle is going to go on the right knee. We'll do like a little, what do they call this, figure four stretch. And then grab your thigh, your right thigh, and we'll just get into just those hips a little bit more here. So you can take your left hand and press on your left knee if that feels good, kind of creating some opposing action. And just kind of play with it. Just notice what's going on in your body. Where's the tightness? Where do you need to release? And then on the next exhale, dropping that right leg down to the ground, and we'll switch sides. So left foot down, right ankle to left knee. When you're ready, grab that left thigh. Getting into that little right hip again. Same thing, just kind of play around with it, move around, see what everything feels like in your body. And then your next exhale, the left leg is going to go down, both feet to the mat. And let's bring the feet wide to the outer edges of the mat. Tee the arms. This is my favorite. I can't do you a class without doing this. So everybody take a deep breath in. And on your exhale, drop your knees off to the left side, look to the right. Releasing any tension in the lower back. And then inhale, the knees back up, head to center. Exhale, dropping knees to the right, looking to the left. And we'll just do that one more time. So knees, on the inhale, knees up. Exhale, knees drop to the left, looking to the right. And our last time, so inhale, the knees up. Exhale, knees drop to the right, looking to the left. And then to close, I'm going to give you an option. You can either just go into Shavasana here, just extending the legs. If you're wanting a little extra restorative pose today, you can do legs up the wall. And can I just show them here? Is it like my feet are that dirty, so I won't do it all. But if you want to do legs up the wall, it's a really nice restorative pose, and it just kind of reverses the blood flow, and it just feels amazing. So if that feels good to you, you're just going to go up to your wall, put your bum up to the kind of to the side here. You're making like a little L, and then when you're ready, you just go down on your back, legs go up, arms up to the side, and you get this nice reverse blood flow, just amazingness. So just dropping into your Shavasana here, encouraging you to stay connected to the breath, to just, again, release, perfect pose to surrender. Just stay connected to your breath, and I'll read you a little more about this powerful moon energy that is really beautiful. Just breathing, dropping in. So our last full supermoon of 2020 is here as a powerful healer, ready to walk us through the depths of death and rebirth. Ready to awaken us to limitations so that we can shed deeply, transform greatly, and embody all that we are without limitations. We are yet again being called to deeply surrender to transformation, cleansing of lower frequencies and perceived limitations, to surrender into total trust and faith, to surrender into the knowing that life is working for you, always. Whether it feels like it in the moment, whether we feel ready to let go, whether we understand the greater plan or not, it is working for you. So this is a time to hand it all over to La Luna, the moon, to the universe. Whatever is heavy, confusing, missing, too much, too little, stressful, frightening, hand it over. Hand over all that is not serving you and allow La Luna, the moon, to transform that newly created space within you into pure magic, into all that you really are. La Luna wants to deeply show us all that we are capable of, to awaken us into our unlimited potential, to clear what is not serving us, to clear what is holding us down and dimming our light, to clear all that we have been clinging onto that was never really us in the first place. We are moving into the eclipse next, so eclipse season next month. This space we are in now with our last supermoon and multiple retrogrades. This space is a deep cleanse in preparation. If you find yourself moving through darkness, know that it is here to be acknowledged and released, that it is temporary, that you are so strong enough to feel through it, and that you are not alone, not one bit. The universe is waiting, all of its attention on you, waiting for you to surrender into her arms, waiting for you to hand over any heaviness and allow a shedding into all that you are. Allow the most inspired, mind-blowing transformation. So maybe just take a second, take a deep breath into that. If you're feeling all the feels, if it's heavy, just know that you're just going to be still. And then when you're ready, you can start to wiggle your fingers and your toes and roll over onto your right or left side. Keeping your eyes closed, coming up into a seated position. And once you arrive to that seat with your eyes closed, bring your hands in front of your heart. Drop your chin to your chest. Take a moment to honor that superpower in you, to honor all the good, all the light, all the love. And in the same breath, to honor the darkness, because it's balance. There's light and dark, and just love it all. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Namaste.
Namaste. All right. Thanks, you guys, for joining us. Who knows what we have coming at you for next week? So Stay tuned. I am going to